was perplexed through my career of how we did not take into account the effect of children and what was going through their minds and what they were facing coming into a very strange environment. And particularly if they have brothers and sisters, I saw the pain that they went through and not realizing why they had to be separated from the only entity they knew, and that was a brother or sister.
Neighbor to Family has a very close place in my heart. When I found out that their special niche was to keep sibling groups together, my first thought was terrific. Second thought was, why isn't everybody else doing that? I didn't realize that they being the system, didn't keep sibling groups together. I aged out of foster care, and I had spent my teenage years away from my brothers. And still, even as an adult, many years later, I do not know who my brothers are. I mean, we kind of have a relationship, but not the same relationship you would have had, or I would have had, being in the same household with them. And knowing that siblings are still, because children are taken from their home and put into foster care through no fault of their own. They have not done anything wrong. And it's a shame that so many children are being punished because there's a home issue and they're the ones being removed for their safety, though they didn't do anything wrong. And to me then, to add to that they have been taken away from their brothers and sisters is just a second punishment. It's a destruction of the family that is almost impossible to recover from.
It was really important to me that they did keep them together, because I fought hard trying to ask them, can they hold them together? But all of them stayed together. I was well pleased with that.
It's important because a lot of times when children come into care, or just when families have crises, there's no anchor sometimes. They don't have anything else.
I think other folks should look at Neighbor to Family as a model that's going to be beneficial for them. They pretty much take over the case when the case is assigned to them. They provide all services that are needed. The families enjoy the attention they get. They enjoy the intensity of the attention they get from Neighbor to Family, and they're fully engaged in services. And I think that's real important. The parents have faith in Neighbor to Family. The parents feel confident that what they're doing is working for them. They feel confident about what they say they're going to deliver, and feel that they can call someone any 24 hours, 7 days a week if needed for help.
At Neighbor to Family, I think it's one of the things we specialize in is family team meetings, and it's just a very important meeting for the family in the beginning of their service with us. You know, it typically is supposed to happen within 5 days of meeting the family, and we help pull together supports for the family, whether it be formal or informal supports, and the meeting occurs where the family wants it to occur. It doesn't necessarily have to be at our office. It could be in their home, and they'll invite who they want to invite. But the more people we can have around the table to assist the family, the better the family team meeting can be.
And I think one thing that's unique with Neighbor to Family is the way that we interact and engage the biological family. We have a position in Neighbor to Family that I have not seen at any other agency, called the Family Advocate position. And they solely work with the bio family and helping them achieve the goals that's on their case plan. So whether it's they need housing to get their children back, whether they need employment, then that family advocate, they'll teach those interview skills to the biological family, the birth mother, the birth father, or they'll transport them to make sure they have appropriate housing, fill out the application. So I haven't seen that anywhere else.
So we try to get them home as quickly as possible so they stay in the system shorter time. So the average length of stay, let's say nationally, is like 30 months. We're averaging 8, 9, 10 months or lower and getting children home because of the intensity of getting the parents to be part of the solution and the treatment plan.
Word of mouth has been the most effective recruitment tool for Neighbor to Family. Case in point, foster parents would tell other foster parents about how, and I don't want to put words into their mouth. This is words coming from their mouth to my ear. How wonderful Neighbor to Family is in terms of support. How wonderful Neighbor to Family is in terms of ensuring that all the needs of the children are met.
But with Neighbor to Family, once I became part of their family, it seems like they were there giving me the resources I need even before I was asking for them. They were always telling me, if the child has this, you could go here to take care of that. It always seems like they were there with me the whole time. They knew what the child needed. As soon as I was aware of it, they were aware of it. They would call me, they would give me the information. There was no, we'll call you back or leave a message. It was always, we'll be right there.
We at Neighbor to Family now are moving into an area of proving that what we do is positive and making positive results on these families and the development of children in our program. And so what we have done is we have always been willing to have outside researchers and outside people evaluate if we're doing things right, and if not, what we could do different. What we try to do is to get them prepared to dealing with these children, and what we found at the end is that all of this put together, and if the environment, like the state or the county or entity that hires us, allows us to do what we want to do, get the kind of staff in that we want, and not play and try to tinker with our model, it works. We're able to prove it works. It keeps them, not only families, it's healthy, it's cost effective, it's better for the families, and it's giving everybody a chance to clear the slate and start from new and learning new ways of dealing with their children. These are extraordinary times, extraordinary kids coming in with extraordinary problems, and we have extraordinary people to help them.
It works.
It works.
It works.
It works.
It really works.
It really works.